Is there a child in here that we heard crying before?
That was like a whistle. Yeah.
Ghost Dimension.
Good day to you today. It's Tuesday already. I cannot believe we are already in the third day of October. One of my favorite months because I love Halloween, of course. That's my Christmas. I've always loved Halloween. So I hope y'all are doing well and you had a great weekend. It was a crazy week for me this past week, which I'll be talking about with Holly tomorrow. Make sure you guys catch us over on Spiritually Paranormal. And I have a guest coming on tomorrow, too, because we're going to talk about some fun stuff. And then Holly, I don't know what we're going to talk because she's in charge of the topic for the week. So, all right. Hi, Cindy Pinkham. Hi, James. Hi, Presh. Hi, who else is here? Christy Wilkinson. Hi, how are you? Hi, Kara, how are you? So let me start. I think, James, I'll start off with you this week. I know you were first in with a comment, so let's do it. I'm going to take the deck. I actually, this is so insane to me. This is like October, and it is 84 degrees here today at the lake, which to me is just kind of crazy because it's technically really not supposed to be that warm. We didn't even have that kind of weather here in Michigan where I am, not where others were, but up where I am by the lake, we didn't even have that kind of weather except maybe 5 or 6 days between June and August. So yeah, it's a little crazy, but you know, I'll take it. It's nice today. We didn't have a lot of it, so I'll enjoy it while I can because I'm sure it's going to get cold soon. All right, James, let's see what I can start off with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, well, this is a good card. This is the Otter. Okay, so for to you, the Otter card is up today, and the Otter is all about balance between work and play, or stuff that you have to do and stuff that you do because you want to do. So this is more about what I'm being told and shown is for the next, like maybe a couple weeks, you're going to have to put your nose to the grindstone a little bit and get some stuff done that needs to be done, that you're kind of need to have in your daily, whatever you're doing, whether it's work or at home, whatever it is, it's stuff that you have to get done. And part of the reason they're saying this is because we're coming up to a more hibernation place or a stagnant place where winter comes in. So there's a lot of stuff and loose ends and stuff that you need to get finished. And then once you do that, there's going to be a lot of free time for you to be able to fit in those things that you like to do and have to do. But they're really telling me to tell you for the next couple weeks, you need to really put your nose to the grindstone. And part of it is because they're saying it's like you procrastinate about it, like you don't want to get it done. I'll do it later. I'll save it to later, save it to later. Well, now is later, and that's what they're telling you, so that you'll be able to fall into place with things that need to be done or you're going to be able to do over the next months into winter. And you know how winter gets. Once it's here, you know, the holidays are here and the cold weather's here and everybody's kind of stuck in their homes and, you know, it's not so fun. But if you have that stuff all wrapped up, that your playtime will be more available at that time. Okay, so that's your card today, James, and I hope it resonates for you. But get it done. They're literally saying, tell them to get it done. All right, so let's see who's next today. Hi, Jess. You got in early today. Mango's flying around. He's all fluffed up, but he's happy. Pip is happy. She got out for a little bit today, and the toddler's in the front room, so hopefully he'll stay on his perch until I get back in there, but the door's closed because Mango can come out if he wants to. He's been such a good boy today, so that's what I'm doing with him. So let's see what we can get done today here for you, Jess. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4? Yep, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, well, today your card is the medicine wheel. Good card. Okay, so your card today is the medicine wheel. Okay, and over here, over there, I don't know. Sun's coming in. Anyway, it's the medicine wheel. And yours is about the balance, and it's showing me that you're like, you know, we've talked about this before. You might have even gotten this card before where you were really off balance and it was different. Now I'm seeing that it's more settled, but you've got a little bit of wiggle room to do yet. And this is also talking about the medicine wheel where it has to deal with your you personally, like your mind, body, spirit, your chakras, your whatever it is, where you fall in the medicine wheel, because the medicine wheel is actually like a zodiac. Each section, you know, each section has their birth totem and they have the plants and the things that work best for you. So right now what I'm being shown is to kind of like, and they're doing this thing like this, like just to get it into sync, and they're like shaking things like this and just twisting it so the pieces fit better. You need to pay a little bit more attention to that chakra balance. And I don't do chakras. I mean, I see them, I hear them. What about them? You know, I know what they are, but I really don't work with them that much. And I'm seeing that it's like what they're showing me is like you go down that straight line and then there's a little bit of a bump. And whatever the one that is below your heart, like with just whatever one that is that's just below the heart. And it's not quite middle back, but it's like just below it. And I don't know what it is. I do believe there are 7. Again, that's a sacred number, and that's one of the reasons I do things in 7s. But they're saying you have to work on that and just kind of tweak it up a little bit because there's some things that you haven't released from that area. And again, I know nothing about chakras, so this is what I'm being told to tell you. And you just need to make that adjustment. And what's funny is they're saying like a chiropractor would go in and just kind of, that's the kind of adjustment. You're almost to what you need to be at or where you need to be at with it, but you need that little tweak yet to go. Okay, so that's your card today, and it is the medicine wheel. The sun is bright today, kids. That's all I can tell you. The sun is bright. So I hope, Jess, that resonates for you. Hi, Cindy Pinkham. I hope you're well. Hi, Crush. Sure, I can do that for you, Cindy. You don't ask very often. So of course I can. Hi, Mary. How are you? Mary Bannon. I haven't seen Mary Bannon in a long time. And you know why I remember that name, and I hope you remember. A lot of people probably don't, because you haven't been here in a while. That was one of my mom's best friend's name, and it was actually Mary Bannon. So, yeah, so I always remember Mary. All right, Miss Cindy, let's see what I can get for you today. Oh, okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, well, you got one of the new cards. This is really cool, and I don't even remember what card it replaced, but this card is the cheetah. Okay, so cheetahs are extremely fast. They actually can run up to like 35 to 40 miles an hour, like in bursts. And this is how they catch their dinners and their lunches and breakfast, their prey. They're very quick at what it is. And what I'm being shown with you is there's going to be something that's going to pop up, either that you're supposed to do, meant to do, want to do, but it kind of falls into should, would, could type of a situation, and that's what they're showing me. But what it is you're going to have like a split second to decide, not literally a split second, but it's going to be a very short span of time. And if you want to do this, you need to act on it right away. Don't second guess it. Don't question yourself. Don't question the opportunity. It's going to be all right there. And it's like you need to like jump on it right away if it's something that you wanted for a while, because I'm getting also that if you don't, it'll be a missed opportunity, because it's a unique opportunity that's going to be showing up, and you'll definitely be aware of it. But you need to remember when it does happen, you need to act fast on it. Because that's what they're actually showing me is the cheetah kind of crouching, and then all of a sudden, boom, and off it goes, and it gets the results. So that's what I have for you today, Miss Cindy, and it is a cheetah. Very intelligent cat. Very, very intelligent cat. Okay, gonna go down a little bit more. Hi, Michaela. How are you? Hope you're well. Let me see what I can pull for you. Mango, you came out. You're not going to come over and say hi to everybody? Well, come over and say hi to everybody. You don't have to sit there and pout. Uh-oh, we have a card that fell out. So you have a card that fell out, and now I have to pull the other one. So you get one of those two cards. Energy for anybody that hasn't paid attention. I don't know who got to see that super moon last Friday. It's the last super moon of the year. It's the super harvest moon. Wow, that threw some crazy energy. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so this is an odd pairing. So the card that dropped out was the tiger, and that's the first card they want you to see. So the tiger for you, though, is about things that you've conceived as missed opportunities, or you've conceived as something you wanted, but it really wasn't something you needed. And there's a difference between wants and needs, and this is what they're showing me. Like, you know, they've got the tiger. It's like you've reacted, not acted. They're correcting me. That you've reacted to some things too quickly. And sometimes it's better just to sit back and kind of wait for the opportunity and the precise timing. But you're really quick to whatever judgment this is involving. And by judgment, I don't necessarily mean judgment on other people. It's just a situation. And it's like you react before you understand what's going on completely. So they want you to kind of slow down. And by slowing down, the second card that was thrown was the moose, right? Well, the moose is a very solitary animal. They have a big area that they kind of live in, like a territory, right? And the females will have their little ones, and they will walk around with them. Like they can have up to 3 little ones at a time, a triplet situation. But what they do is they keep them to a certain age, and when they're big enough, they're left to go do what they need to do. And this is what I'm showing for you right now is you have to, first of all, again, don't react off cuff. They're like, just don't react to it before really kind of looking at the whole entire situation and how you want to move forward with it before you do. And again, this is like a solitary situation. And sometimes, you know, like if it's like people like me, and I was actually talking to somebody over the weekend, we like to spend time with ourselves. You know, I don't need 100 people to show up at my home in order to have a good day, right? So this is what they're telling you. Also, there's time that you need for yourself, not selfishly, but you need to pay more attention to self rather than jumping the gun with whatever else is coming in, like without thinking about it. So make sure you kind of pay attention to the situations that are there. And that's your two cards today, is the moose and the tiger. Okay, so I hope that resonates for you. All right, so we're going to, oh, that's what it was, Cara. I knew it was somebody's. Hi, Kimberly Jean. How are you today? Okay, Mama Joe, Buffalo Woman. Hello, cards, please. Okay, precise and to the point. Let's see what I can get for you today. Mango, you are so, if you guys could see him, I'm not gonna move the camera right now, but he's sitting and I have a toy in there. It's like a plastic chain and it's got a sombrero on it and he's sitting under it. It looks like he has a it looks like he has a hat on. Pretty cool. All right, so let's see what I can get for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so the card for you that comes out is the dove. Okay, I don't know if you can see. Yes, there you go, the dove. Okay, so this is peace that you're seeking. This is calm that you're seeking. This is tranquility that's missing. Okay, so this is about you slowing down in order to see the opportunities around you. It's almost like you've pre-programmed yourself, and we all do this. You know, you get into a routine and it's just routine. Sometimes we can get through it without even thinking. I know that's how I always knew when I was younger. When I would leave a job after 6 or 7 years is because it would become so routine I wouldn't even have to think about what I was doing. And this is what I'm being shown is you're so caught up in the routine of things that you're not allowing the things that are around you to kind of imprint with you or touch your life so that it brings joy, it brings love, it brings happiness, it brings positives to you. It's like you're so focused on down the road through the tunnel looking for the end result that you're missing the steps in between. And the steps in between are extremely important. And they want you to slow down enough that you can see them and sense them, because the family or friends that have crossed over into the spirit world have been trying to guide you to something that you've kind of put out almost specifically. And they are trying to respond to you, but you're not allowing that response. So you need to slow it down a little bit and maybe change your routine a little bit, and slow it down, switch it up, whatever it takes, but begin paying attention to the things that are around you, because those are important as well. They're very important parts of your journey and your walk. Okay, so I hope that resonates for you, and that's your card today. It is the dove. Okay, very welcome. No, Kimberly, I'm in East Tawas, Michigan, which is, if you look at Michigan, I'm like right there. So I'm kind of up north. I'm out of the suburbs, and I'm about 3 hours away from the Upper Peninsula. And I like where I'm at. It's solitude. I'm on this marsh lake that's beautiful. But I'm not a Youper. I'm a troll. That's what they call us from the UP. They call us trolls. We call them Youpers. Okay, so let me see. Okay. Hi, Gina. How are you? Yeah, I can pull. How are you? Let's see what I got. Catherine. How are you? Catherine Brunel. All right. Let's see what I've got for you today, Miss Gina. All righty. Oh, Pip Pip, you want out? You gonna behave? Come on, you can come out. Let's see if she behaves today. Well, she's on her way out. Let's see what kind of chaos she's gonna create. She's been a little diva lately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, well, this is good. Okay, so your card is the grouse. Okay, so I don't know. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see these a little better. They're kind of hard to see with the sunlight, right? Okay, try it over here. No, okay. So the grouse. Anyway, this is a grouse that's doing a dance. And actually, the Native Americans, if you ever go to a powwow, the males do dance in tribute to this. And this is all about joy and happiness and good things. And I feel like with what they're showing me, it's almost like it's overdue. Like it's been a long while since something really popped up that made you almost feel joy. But it's like it's just been a long time coming, and part of it though what you need to know is we have to assist with that. So part of this is about, with what they're showing me, is you need to cut off some of the things, and I feel like it's drama, and I feel like when I'm looking at it, it's like almost like a spider web, like, right, or how they shoot their web out and the web goes out and it attaches. I feel like people that are around you have kind of added their drama and their negatives to you. They've kind of attached it and they've wound up drawing you into this. And I feel it has, some of it I feel has even affected your health. Okay, yep. Okay, so before I go down that rabbit hole, what they're saying is part of it, and I feel like you're sitting there and you're like, I just don't want to do that anymore. How do I get away from this? Part of it is you need to cut those ties or pull those attachments that are on you from these other people, because they're the ones that are causing the negative, but you're the one that's allowing them to do it. So some of the stuff doesn't need your attention. You think it does because they've kind of sucked you into it, or, added it so you're kind of in that drama. And you need to push it away. And you need to understand that you, like all of us, including myself, we have to shut the door. We're the ones that are gatekeepers. We're the ones that allow or don't allow. And it comes down to that each single time we question stuff. If you don't want it in your life, you need to remove yourself from it, or remove those episodes or those people or the events, whatever. You're the one that needs to remove them, just like we all are. And I get caught up in it sometimes too. And you just have to consciously do it. And it's not always that easy. Plus the fact that sometimes we feel guilty about it. But they're saying you want joy in your life again, you want a little bit of happiness in your life again, then take control of it and push this stuff aside and let it go. And don't let it reconnect, because people are kind of crazy right now in the world. There's a lot of turmoil, and a lot of it is because it's like somebody went in and pulled the rug out from the middle of the room, and there was all this stuff and emotion and things, that the nastiness that people shoved under the rug for so long. Now there's no rug, so everybody's trying to deal with it, and it is overwhelming at sometimes. So you need to remember that, but it's up to you to kind of disperse it away from you. And that's your card today, Gina. And I hope that resonates for you. That's something that we all have issues with. We all have just because of the way the world is right now. I'm going to be 63 in January, and I honestly was talking with a friend of mine the other day, and I said, I remember bad things in life. I remember the Vietnam War. I lost my brother's best friends who were like uncles to me, and they were like, now that I'm this age, they were like 18 and 19 years old, right? So that was a bad time. And then, we had the riots in the later 60s, and I remember when tanks were rolling down the middle of the city when the National Guard was. I remember the beatings. I remember all that stuff. But you have to push it away, and you have to consciously do it. And where we're at right now, I cannot remember a time in my life. I can remember separate small events, but this isn't a small event. This is everywhere you go. You go to the grocery store, you go to the post office, you're driving in traffic. Everybody is angry. And we have to kind of release that, because it's not our anger, it's other people's. And if we allow that to infect our space, then we get that way. And it's very overwhelming, and it kind of smothers you a little bit. Okay, so try to do better and you'll feel better. I know it's hard. I really do know it's hard. Okay, Christy, let me see what James says before I forget. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, well, good, James. I'm glad that resonates for you. Glad. Let's see what I can get for you today, Christy. And of course, Pip is now over in Mango's cage, just being a little butt. All right, let's see what we got for Christy today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so I'm already hearing before I pull it up. The card for you today is the Badger. Okay, now, okay, don't shoot me. I'm the messenger. So what I'm seeing with the Badger, and they're kind of tripping it back into you. You're the Badger right now. You're kind of, and I laugh because I've been this way most of my life. I'm very bullheaded. I'm very difficult to change an opinion if I've had it for a long time. Although now I'm getting better at it, because I basically, I just don't care anymore to involve myself with that kind of stuff. But what I'm feeling is, you've kind of like, you're sucking in the anger that's all around you, and the overwhelming like discontent, right? And I feel this, and it's like weighing you down, almost to the point where every little nip and tuck, every little stumble that you come on in life, and we all have stumbles, right? We're all changing. And I always laugh at people who say, I hate changes. But we're changed from the moment we're conceived. Every moment of every day, we change. Actually, on a molecular level, we change, right? So everything's changing. Cycles change, trees change. And what I'm getting is, you're so rooted, and they're showing me the Badger like standing on the path in the woods, just like head down, stomping its front feet and just not wanting to budge. Okay. So this is actually, not only do we change every moment of every day, but this is also about a change, a bigger change with you, like lifestyle, the way you used to think. It isn't kind of valid right now because things have changed and we have to adapt to that. But it's like you're struggling with many things in your life right now because you're fighting to adapt. You're fighting to have to change your way of thought. But that's part of our life path that we need to do, because as we walk through life, that's why we're here, is to experience it. So they're saying kind of loosen up on that a little bit and enjoy the experience. And sometimes, it's not everybody else's fault. And this is what I kind of am getting as well, is like you're putting on these defenses because you don't want to I don't want to say take responsibility, but it's like you don't want to be the one to make the decision because it might not be exactly what you had wanted or thought it would be. So you need to kind of loosen that up a little bit. And I'm not saying don't protect yourself or have your boundaries, but you need to have your mind open a little bit more for the good things that are trying to get in and the different ways of thinking. It doesn't mean that you're wrong, but there's sometimes different approaches and different ways of thinking that come in. And what they're showing me again is you're here and you're just boom, 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 boom with your feet. So, and I get it. It's not an easy thing to go through. I had to go through it a number of years back, and it isn't fun to admit, geez, maybe sometimes I'm not right. I will have to say that now I understand that oftentimes with decisions I make, I'm not always right at all, you know, and I need to listen to those other options before standing there and saying, no way. All right. So there's your card for today, and I hope it resonates for you. And I give it to you with love. Thanks for spotting on here, Miss Kristen. Miss Christy. Kristen. Oh, okay. Catherine, sure I can. Ooh. Mama Joe, that's cool. I'm glad. It's good to recognize our bloodlines. I love that. Okay, so let's see what I got from Miss Catherine today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, well, this is another one. The cats seem to be coming out today. Okay, so your card today is the mountain lion or the cougar. Okay, so mountain lion. Ooh, this is all about territory. Okay, so the mountain lion, we actually have cougars here in Michigan. We don't have a lot of them, but I have actually seen them. And one of my friends, when I had horses back in like between 2000 and 2010, we had space, and I had like 12 horses. And a friend of mine, she had 4, and one of her mares foaled. And actually, the cougar had come in, and she wound up having to put her mare down because it stripped its leg. Didn't kill it, but because the mare was trying to protect its foal, basically, so they had to put the mare down, unfortunately. But this is what it's showing me, and it's about territory. And it's like, okay, so y'all need to know this is kind of what I think is the message of the day, because it always follows that way. It's about territory. And this is about what we think we have, or we think we should own, or think we're in control of, that oftentimes we find out we're not in control of. Okay, so this is sort of about, okay, and again, I'm a messenger. Okay, they're like, this is about pissing in the sand. Okay, and I'm sure all of you have heard that term. It's like when people are kind of like going back and forth a little bit, and they say, oh, well, they piss in the sand to say, okay, don't go over that line. Don't go over and do that. Don't say that. Don't think you can. Okay, but this is being shown back at you, like to the point where you have almost encroached into somebody else's territory. And by territory, I mean like within their life boundaries. Like we all have them, right? I do. And there's certain places I don't allow people to get close. Okay, I do have boundaries. Although I'm very open, if you do something that really hurts somebody I know, or kind of just is insulting, I put those barriers up. So what I'm seeing is you kind of went over the territory line just a smidge, and you ruffled somebody's fur. Like when you see a cat and their hair stands up on their back, or like if you're doing something, you get goosebumps, or something just doesn't hit you right. So this is about actually mending the territory. And what I'm being shown is if you pull back a little bit and just allow it to kind of settle and let that dust settle, whatever this conflict is will go away, because it's not a super serious thing, but it has caused someone around you to kind of get their hackles up, or just like, what just happened, kind of a thing. Like, did that just happen? So whatever it is, and it doesn't have anything to do with saying you're not a good person, that your soul energy is, nothing to do with that. But sometimes our energy doesn't always jive with other people's. Or sometimes, even though we think we're doing something good or saying something good, it's the way we do or say it. Now, my daughter and I've been famous for doing that all my life. And my daughter is a mini me. She's a bitch on wheels. She learned that from me. Don't deny it. But if we're not told, and I have learned since then, if we're not told this is how we're coming across, we don't intend it to be that way. It's just our energy. And this is what I feel it is with you. It's not that you intend to do something or say something negative to somebody, or even to have them think that. It would actually probably surprise you. But sometimes we need to check ourselves and really be careful how we word things or how we say things. Now, the way I used to do it, and my daughter does it now, and I have to check that box for her. Okay, you said that very quickly and dismissive, and she doesn't mean it, because it's like, yeah, oh yeah, not a big deal, or blah, 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 blah. And it's the way it comes off. So just kind of be aware of those situations. And again, it's not saying that you're mean. It's not saying you're being crappy to anybody. It just means we need to check ourselves to make sure what we're saying and how we're delivering what we're saying needs to be a little gentler every now and then. Okay, so kind of look at that, and that's your card today, and it's the cougar or the mountain lion. All right, thanks, Catherine. I hope that resonates for you. And again, it's never negatives. You know, I think one of the hardest things for us as humans to do is to accept that we're not perfect. But being imperfect is perfect, because that's how we all fit and work with each other, and we live in the same world together. Everybody's different. Everybody adds their own flavor, so to speak. Okay. All right. So again, I hope very much that resonates for you. Hi, Nikki. How are you? All right. Let's see here. Let me. Hang on. Robin. Yes, you can, Miss Presh. As long as you promise your family doesn't get in my head again and go down that rabbit hole. I'm just kidding. Like I said, you know, there's some people sometimes, and Presh and I have never met. I don't even believe we're like, I'm not connected to you on Facebook. I don't know. I don't think we are. But sometimes you meet people, whether it's here, like in social media, or whether you meet them in real, and it's like you know them. It's like what I call a soul family. So you kind of connect with them on a very deep level. And it could be because they're spiritual. It could be because they've known you in previous lifetimes. And Presh is one of those people. I don't understand that connection, but it's there. All right, let's see what I got today, Presh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, well, this is really funny. Yesterday, before I show you your card, yesterday I was sitting in my front room and I kept smelling this sweetgrass. Okay. And I'm actually out of sweetgrass right now. I haven't had any for probably a year. And the one piece I do have is not anywhere near the front room, but I was sitting there and I kept smelling sweetgrass. Okay. So for you this week, which again, the sweetgrass was just bizarre. Sweetgrass is a blessing. It's what we use in the Native American culture. It's very sweet, but it's for ceremony. It's for blessings. It's like if you get a new home, we like to put it above our doorways because it's a blessing for everybody that comes in. And this is what this is about for you. This is about, okay, this is about ceremony. But let me define what they're saying by ceremony. This is like ritual or something that you would do in your own cultural beliefs. Like sweetgrass is what I use, white sage is what I use, tobacco offerings is what I use. That's within my culture. So I'm not really sure what you would use, but they're saying this is about ritual and ceremony. So this is something you would do often that perhaps you have kind of stepped back from using it in a regular basis, like a daily basis, I almost want to say. Somebody's doing this. Like, yes. You need to be, and the word I'm getting is more diligent with it. And it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be all day. It doesn't have to be all week, but it has to have, okay. So there's intent that you're putting into stuff. And because you're putting this intent, whatever this in one single intent, they're saying that you need to know they're working on it and you need to broaden with some other intent. Okay, and by intent, people, what I mean is, you know, we think of stuff, whether it's through a prayer, whether it's through putting it out to the universe, or just something that we think about on a regular basis. We put intent into our days, right? So this is what they're telling you to kind of like broaden your intent, Presh. They're working on the one, and they're like saying the one singular intent you've been putting into things, and this is what they're telling me. So whatever this is, broaden that intent, include other things, because again, like some of the other people that have been on today, some of the stuff that you need to see, that you need to have come in, that you need to be aware of is being kind of pushed aside a little bit because you're focused on these single intents. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you because I'm not going down the rabbit hole, but they're going, get better. Okay, so yours is sacred sweetgrass today, all right? I hope that resonates for you today. All right, thanks for coming in too. Okay, Mama Joe, I gave you one, so I'm getting caught up here. Okay, let's see what Joyce has. Good. That's always good to get kidnapped by a friend or a good relative. Okay, so I hope you had a blessed time. Let's see what I can get for you, Miss Joyce. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Miss Pip, you need to quit destroying his toys. You got your own toys to destroy. All right, here your card today is G. Guess what? It's bear. Can you believe that? I swear you can't make this up. Okay, so for you, this is about harvest time. This is what they're saying. This is harvest time right now. So everything that you've done, all like since you're, you know, when I say a year, by the way, folks, a year usually begins on your birthday. I don't know if y'all know that, but that's a year. When I work with spirit, they don't give me time constraints because there is no time in the spirit lands. It's a human thing, right? So when I speak of time, it's usually from your birthday to the following year when your birthday comes again. That's your year, okay? So what I'm seeing for you is this is harvest time, whatever that means for you. So you need to reap all those rewards of the stuff that you've put in, and you need to clean the slate, clean it up, tie it up, because the bear sits in the west. It's all about endings and new beginnings, right? So you need to clean everything out, make sure that everything is cut away and finished that needs to be done and finished as you're entering the winter months, okay? And once you've cleaned it all up, you can start just prior to winter, throwing out and seeding the things that you want to see come in for you the following year, right? So what happens is during the winter, those seeds sit and they germinate so that when spring comes up, they start growing. So that's what it is right now. It's your time of cleanup. It's your time of preparing to be able to put those new things out, or the new wants, desires, whatever it is that you need to put that out to the universe so it'll be responded to. But you got to finish up what you've got now. Tie it up, get rid of the loose ends, and it'll all be good. And again, you're going to have this probably till the first week in November. So you got a little bit of time, but make sure it's all done, because what it does, if you don't, it stagnates and slows everything new coming in. Okay, so that's your card today, and it is the Bear, Miss Joyce. Woo! Very welcome, ma'am. Very welcome. All right, so we're going to go down. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Sure. I can give you a card, Miss Nikki. Hang on. Hi, Jessa. Ooh, okay, thank you, Mama Joe. Appreciate that. The kids will make sure that it goes up on the board, because they do things like they take the money that's given to us for charities, sometimes for animal shelters, and then while they're doing that, they also put your name on a wheel, and who knows, you might get a reading from me. They pull those on Friday, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, I'm getting really different cards today. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, so your card today is the Butterfly. Okay. Butterfly is all about creation. Butterfly is all about everything that we do is coming into fruition, everything we put into. And this is what I'm being shown for you. It's like a big, what they call a bloom time. So again, it's almost like a harvest, but it's like you're watching and things are going to start popping up. That you put out there, things that you've tried to manifest for yourself, or you've wanted to happen for others that are in your sacred circle, whatever. But this is that creative time. This is about being very creative with things, feeling and expressing all the hard work that you put in is worth it. So expressing and feeling that joy. It's like, wow, she works really hard, and there's things that she does, not only for herself, but for those that are around her. And this is time to kind of just revel in that and own the fact that you're a boss, that the light from you really does imprint on other people, and they appreciate you and understand that they appreciate you. Because sometimes, and this is a lesson for all of us too, but sometimes those that go out and try to help others, or they put that creativity, that creative flow out into the world, they're always giving, right? We're always in that space, and that's what they're showing me, is like you give, but you never allow others to give back to you. So this time right now is just about that. It's about that creative going out there, and now those joys, those, I want to say benefits, but it's not really benefits. It's blessings, right? They come back to you. So they want you to be aware that if it hadn't been for things that you've done and that creative energy of yours that you put out to others, you wouldn't even have them coming back in the way that you do. But they want you to recognize that you're being recognized not only by the universe and by the spirit lands of all the people that you've walked with, or your ancestors, or that have passed on. Okay, know that, and they appreciate you. Okay, so it's a great card, and keep up the good work is what I'm being told to tell you. All right, so thank you, Nikki, for popping in, and I hope that resonates you. Okay, all right, let me see. Okay, you're very welcome. Hi, Maud. Hey, you know what? Even the best of us, Maud, I'm going to tell you, even the best of us go through some form, shape of trauma in our lifetime, and the best gift you can give to yourself and the best thing that you can do for yourself is take that time out, ask for an ear, go where it's needed to get you the assistance that we need to get through this. I've had trauma in my life, and sometimes, that's what we need. We need to go to those people or that place or be able to take time out for us to be able to heal. So I'm very proud of you, and I'm very glad that that's happening for you. Well, here she is. It's the sister from another mother. She'll be on with me tomorrow in Spiritually Paranormal. And like I said, not sure what the topic's going to be tomorrow. But I can tell you, we're going to have a guest tomorrow for a little bit of time. And she doesn't know about that because it's going to be a surprise for her, too. All right. La, la. Well, I apologize, not apologize. I offer my prayer and sympathies for you. It's never easy to go through that. I lost my sister when I was 18 years old, and it's never an easy process because they're your siblings, same thing with parents, all right? So just know you're in my thoughts and prayers. Hi, Tammy, how are you? Ooh, doo-doo-doo-doo. Let me see here. Ooh, doo-doo-doo. Very welcome. Absolutely very welcome. Okie dokie dokie doo. Going down the list here. Let's see. Hi, Jess. Good. Not a problem. I don't remember what I said to you, but not a problem. Okay, I'm not really sure what that was, but I'm just gonna do that. Okay, you're very welcome, Nikki. Okay, good. Hi, Miss Rihanna. I hope you are well, and I hope that little grandbaby of yours is doing well. All righty. Sure, I can give you one, Cara. Sure, hang on. No problem. Let me pull it up. Loopy-doopy-doo. Oh my goodness, she is tearing his toy apart. She's just been a lot lately. I'll show you because I did save it so you guys could see. These are not fertile, but they go through this the birds go through a hormonal place, and she laid an egg, and as you can see, as you can't see how tiny it is. Okay, but there's nothing in it. It's just a blank. But it causes their body so much stress. And she is, how old is she now? I got her in 2018. So she's what? 7 now? 7 years old, I think. 6 or 7 years old. So she shouldn't be doing this kind of stuff. It's not good for her to do that. It's not healthy. He's not happy right now because she's chewing his toy. So they're bickering. All right, Miss Carl, let's see what I can give for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, well, here you go. Your card today is all about inner strength. It is the Lion. Okay? So the Lion is telling you that right now is a time in your life that you're going to have to really dig deep to be able to get through some things. That courage that you need to balance again, that you need to be able to move ahead with. They're not saying don't take time for yourself to deal with whatever's going on, but you also need to remember at the same time that you have what it takes to do it. Never easy. Sometimes it's not fun, but you have everything you need to get through it. So don't doubt yourself. Just reach deep down into the toolkit that you've put together throughout your life, and the answers will be found there, and you'll be able to have whatever it is to get you through whatever's going on right now. Very super important. So there you go, and that's your card today, and it is the Lion, and I hope it resonated. Well, guys, it looks like we're at the end of the list today, and it's a little early, but that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. So until tomorrow, I will see you next week on Tuesday again for readings. And until tomorrow, let me get Cara off there. And until tomorrow with Holly and our surprise guest, and wait till you hear what went on this past week. It's kind of mind-blowing. You guys take care, and I love you all. See ya.
Yeah. Cool. What it? Bye, bear, my bear.
Bye, Mama
See you
Bear.
later, bear, my bear, my bear.
I